Hi there. So, if you're seeing this series for the first time, my name is Tori Tayo Johnson, Yakitori, and this is part of the JapanTree.com kanji series. So, in the first two videos of this series, I explained some about the goal of the series, and also I explained some in the last video about kanji and how to learn them by radicals and why kanji are interesting and how the Chinese were geniuses in the way that they created kanji. And a lot of the kanji have a very logical, natural story to them. Okay, so in this video, in the last video, we did the first 25 characters in the sequence of this kanji series. In this video, we'll do the next 25, and then after that, we'll start doing larger sets. But I wanted to explain some more about some points about kanji that I didn't explain in the last video. So, about the kanji in the series. So, this series, there's also information on the website JapanTree.com, and on the website you can also get worksheets that you can go through to practice, and I'll be putting other things on there as I move forward towards the goal of what we're trying to do. Okay, so anyway, before I ramble, let's talk about the kanji. Particularly, we're talking about the particles. The radicals. So the radicals are bits and pieces of kanji that make up the whole. Also, each kanji can potentially be part of a larger kanji, and then it's a radical. So, that being the case, there's radicals that don't have any meaning. Oh, I'm wearing a glove today because I realized that the whiteboard was getting all over my hand. The marker was getting all over my hand. Yeah, so there's some radicals that don't have any reading, or the reading is very obscure. So, for instance, yesterday we learned that this kanji radical means spoon or dagger, and it's in kanji like tasty. So, a spoonful of golden sun. It's very tasty. Was a mnemonic that we could make up. So, by itself, spoon doesn't have any important reading that you need to know or anything like that, but it's an important element of other kanji. So, if you learn it, you can use it with mnemonics to spell that important kanji, the kanji that does have a reading and is common. So then there are radicals that have meaning, and the radicals, or there's radicals that have readings, and there's radicals that don't. They're primitives, they're often called, because they're not kanji by themselves. Then there are also kanji that, as radicals, change form. So, for example, yesterday we learned, in the last video we learned, that this is the character for water. But when water is a radical, it's written like this, those three dots. So then it can be at the side of other words. For example, this word, which means to stay the night somewhere. So water is in that character. Now, the good thing about a lot of these radicals that end up on the left hand side of characters, but the one that we just were talking about, is that they often categorize the character. So if you see a character with the hand radical, it might have something to do with carrying or something related to the hands. There's this character, which when it's a radical has to do with organs. So often mutates to mean organ. So the characters that use that often have to do with things. So there'll be things like lung, etc. Right? Lung, gallbladder, stuff like that. So these characters work. These radicals of the characters work kind of like prefixes and suffixes in English, and then times when they don't have that kind of specific meaning, they still are useful in knowing how to spell the character. Alright, so that was probably too long. But that is important for understanding the radicals. So we're going to go through from 26. So we have chant. Chant is a mouth and two suns. Crystal. It's a very easy one to remember. It's three suns. So a crystal shines like three suns, right? Former days, or the old, is sun, which is day, and this looks like an eye. So you can think of like an old man saying, "Ah, I remember back in my day." That's the former times. Okay. Then next we have 10. Or I mean, we have sun plus 10 means early. So you might think of, some people think that 10 o'clock is too early for the sun to be out. Okay. This is danna, which is like a husband. So you can think of a very lazy danna, very lazy husband, is this single stroke here. He's laying down under the sun instead of working. Okay. So this character has sun, and it also has this little line, which we're calling a katakana no. So if you get no sun, you become white. You're really white because you don't get any sun. Okay, now we learned before in our first 25 that this means to compare. You're looking at 2 spoons. Now you put white with that, so this becomes everyone. So everyone, when they compare themselves to others, they think that they're white, that they're innocent. You can remember it that way, or you can come up with your own mnemonic. Alright, let's move this along a little faster. What do we got coming up? Okay, we got... Okay, we've got water. So we didn't learn water before. I thought we had learned water before. Okay, so we've got water. So water is coming from our hook buddy. So barb, a hook. That's a katakana fu, a hiragana ku. But it mostly looks like you've got water and the hook goes in and it splashes. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Da-da-da-dee-da. Spring. Okay. White. Water. Ice. So you have drop, 1, water. So somebody says, my water is too hot. Please drop 1 piece of ice into my water. So that's ice. Okay. Oh. What am I talking about? Sorry. Man. Much I got to... Okay. So I made a mistake there, which was a bad mistake. Sorry. So water with a drop is ice. So you drop ice into water so you can have a nice cold drink. So drop 1 water. That's forever. Make up your own mnemonic. I forgot what the mnemonic was. Okay, so then we learned water. Water, when it's a radical, like I explained before, is this. Those 3 dots. Okay, then forever in the water. Forever in the water is swimming. Water, white. So this means to stay the night. So if the place is clean, if it's white, and they've got nice running water, it's a nice place to stay the night. I don't know. That's my mnemonic. I'm sticking with it. Alright? So water plus 10 equals juices. Or juice soup. So you can think of a soup with is water with 10 ingredients. Okay? Water with a bug in it. So water with an insect means to mix. To mix, the bug's mixing up the water. Okay, gotta finish this up quick. Moon. So moon looks like this. It's a stroke, and then hook, and then two. Okay. So moon, when it's in other kanji, means organ. So we'll be looking at that later. So it can either mean moon or it can mean organ. Depends on the kanji. Okay. So our next one is a little bit more complex, but it's all from everything we already learned. So we have water. So this character is for big lake, a lake. Water, old, which is 10 mouths. If someone says something, opens their mouth and says the same thing 10 times, it gets old. So water, old, and moon means lake. So you have old water under a bright, shining moon. It's like a little picture of a lake, right? At night. Bright. Sun, moon are bright. It's got to be like the easiest kanji to remember because it's so logical. Bright. Sun and moon. Okay? Next one is animal fat. So here's our moon, but he means organ here because he's all the way on the left side. And then here we've got our tasty. Remember, this means tasty. A spoonful of golden sun is tasty. So a tasty organ is fat. Fat's pretty tasty. I don't know if you've had some good old-fashioned lard biscuits before, but those things are pretty tasty. They'll kill you, but they're tasty. Okay. So our next one is organ plus husband, which we had just learned. Let me draw that again because that line didn't look good. Okay, like that. Okay. So this one means gallbladder. Okay, the husband's organ. I'm not sure. You make up the mnemonic. Okay, our next one is 10 plus early, and the moon, meaning morning. So it's early. It's before 10 o'clock in the morning. The moon's still out. Morning. Fire. Looks like a fire. So 2 dots like that. So it looks like a fire. Okay. 2 fires make a flame. Now, if you see the reflection of 2 fires over water, so this is our water, it might be kind of faint. The reflection of the fire on the water might be kind of faint. Alright. We have our to say words that we learned before. And we have our flame. So words on fire, this makes consult. Okay, our next character is 1 plus a hook, which makes nail. Okay, then if you add fire here as a radical, so fire and nail, so fire nailed up on the on a post is a street light. Street light. Okay. Then you've got a nail and a mouth, and this means possible. Then you have water, impossible, so it's possible there's some water over there. It looks like a river, so that's a character for river. Stream. To revise something is to say it with a nail. So nail it down. Nail down what you want to say. Nail down your words is to revise. Next is rice field. A rice field is a box divided up so that it can feed 10 people. Okay, you can think of this mnemonic in different ways. So it could be mouth. A field can feed 10 mouths. Okay, I need to hold this thing up higher. Sorry, I hope you saw that. So a field feeds 10 mouths. Alright, I think we're... Oh, oops. I went over 50. Alright, so we're done. Nothing more to see here. So that's been 1 to 50 of kanji with the japantree.com kanji series. I hope you enjoyed watching and you learned something, and you can learn more through the rest of the series. I'll be explaining a little bit more in the next video. If you have questions, you can leave them in the comments. Alright.